So, inshallah, today we will be exploring how to learn English in a smooth way, very smoothly, without even noticing that you are adding and improving and leveling up your language. Okay? So, today we are going to be, well, first we need to meet each other. We will do some practice tests. I'll explain to you the course details, everything about the elementary level course, and of course, yeah, at the end of the session, there will be an question and answer session يعني at the end. So, in case you have any question, just write it down, keep it, and at the end, I will be answering all your questions. Okay? So, for the beginning, this is me. Amany Mokhtar. I hold MA in English linguistics, and I am TESOL certified teacher from Maryland University. I hold many teaching certificates like TEFL and TKT. I have more than 23 years experience teaching English as a foreign language in Egypt and outside Egypt. I've more than 10 years experience teaching as a teacher trainer in collaboration programs with the British Council and Relu Cairo, and I worked as a teacher and IELTS instructor in KSA, and of course currently I'm a part of Engli-Vision team, and I'm so proud to be part of this very great team. Okay, so now I would like you to tell me. Okay, so let's have a look on the courses that Engli-Vision provide for you. Of course, whatever your English level is, you will find a course that meets your needs. And you will start from A1 up to C2 level. Whatever your English proficiency level is for now, you will find the courses that will meet your needs. Okay, so if you are a beginner, if you are preparing for a professional exam, whatever your needs are, we are prepared and ready for you. So we have the English level courses starting from A1 up to B2. Of course, at B2 level, you can start joining IELTS preparation exams, in addition to PTE academic and PTE core. Duolingo, of course, we help you also prepare for Duolingo exams. If you are interested in improving speaking and fluency, there is a special course designed for conversation and improving fluency. And of course, there are courses in other languages because you know the job market and the market now is very competitive. So you might need to learn more than one language, and if in case you need to improve your French or German, we also provide these courses. Okay, so um, if you have any inquiries about any of these courses, most welcome to contact our coordinator on the numbers on our Facebook page. Ask about whatever course you are interested in. Now, I would like you to tell me in the chat box. Okay, so how do you feel today? Okay, from 1 to 10, how do you feel today? How happy are you today? From 1 to 10, or maybe you just post an emoji. So you either type a number or post an emoji. What for you, Mariam? Okay, so 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. Thank God, 10, yes, Tasneem. 7, 8, excellent. Okay, great. 10, alhamdulillah, sure. Okay, 9, 7, excellent. 1, we need to work on this. Inshallah, by the end of the session, Mr. Michael, it's gonna be like up to weight. Okay, 3, we need to work on this as well. Great. So, what makes you happy? In case you're not happy, enough. What makes you happy? What thing do you get your energy from? In case you don't feel very good, very well today, what do you do to give you good vibes and start feeling in a better mood? Eat chocolate, yes, interesting. Travel abroad. Okay, so whenever you wake up in the morning not feeling very well, you just travel abroad. Okay, great. Play soccer, yes, sure. Mariam, she's saying she's a girl and she says playing soccer. Okay. Okay, from Being active, okay, when you're active and productive, you get a better vibe or you improve your mood. Excellent. Yes, that happens with me as well. Okay. Sleep again. Yeah, there is a saying, if you know it, there's nothing a good sleep cannot fix. Sit on the seat to feel fresh air. Yes, sure. Travel abroad again. Thank you. Going out with friends. Interesting. Hanging out with friends. Sometimes it's the best remedy. Something I love. Yes, like what, Sarah? Drink tea. Yes, I love tea as well. Walking. Excellent. Achieve your daily goal. Yes, this is a problem of achievers. You get your good vibes from achieving something. It happens with me all the time. This name, inshallah, everything is gonna be okay whenever you and your good family are okay. Everything else is okay. Excellent. Yes, sure. Walk outside. Thank you so much, Marwa. Thank you. Mariam, you're 13. Yes, go do it. Play soccer and do everything interesting in the world. Enjoy your days. Aha, recite a portion or a part of the Holy Quran. Thank you, Azza. You're in good health, thank God, Mr. Shahada. Okay, recite the Quran. Yes, sure. Take a holiday. Yeah, take a leave, take a day off. Learn something new. Excellent. To improve yourself. Thank you, Miss Amany. Sleep again. Yes, sure. I do agree with that. I'd go with that. Meeting friends. Okay, interesting. So, now we're gonna be talking about feelings and how to express our feelings now. Eat chocolate again. Yes. Count me in. Drink coffee. Yes, I already have my coffee here. Ready for that. Okay. So now I would like if we need to speak about feelings. So now I want you, in case you need to share to speak, you can raise a hand. I'll call your name. So you either type in the chat box or you can raise a hand in case you would like to share. Okay. So when you feel how do you feel when something happens? I want you to choose one feeling from the picture and one reason from the chart, and then give me a sentence. Like, for example, I feel proud when I help someone. So now choose one feeling and give a reason for it. When do you feel like that? You have the sentence already made for you. It's on the screen. Just pick it and speak about your own feelings. Meeting your loved ones. Okay. You feel exhausted. When do you feel exhausted, Iman? Can you mention one of the reasons here? Anxious when I have a job interview. Yes, I do agree. It happens with all of us. Okay, so we need to build our confidence. So whenever we have a job interview, we don't feel stressed. So tell me, what do you feel when? You tell me, what feeling do you have when something happens? Yes, Mariam, I do agree. Encourage them. They need to have some energy. Feel sad when I do my work late? Yes, sure. Yeah, it's very overwhelming to do your work late. I do agree, Mr. Ahmed. Totally agree. Feel fun when I play video games? Yeah. Thank you, Saad. تغريد, I feel anxious when I'm studying for an exam? Yes, sure, but calm down. Everything's gonna be okay. Interesting. Feel stressed when I have to study for an exam? Don't feel stressed. Everything, we will ace it. Okay, when I meet a friend, yes, sure, meeting friends help everyone. Stressed when I have an interview. Okay, we need to like train well and rehearse well before any interview so we feel confident, we don't feel stressed, everything's gonna be perfect, inshallah. Feel worried when I have an exam. Yes, sure, that's all of us. I feel sad when I do my homework late. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, Michael. I do agree with you. Yeah, I don't like any late submissions, or I don't like to do anything at the 11th hour. يعني وانت خلاص يعني it's about to be deadline. Overwhelmed when I deal with toxic people. I do agree Azza. Okay, so we need to surround ourselves with our loved ones, people who understand us and people who support us in order to be in good mood and good vibes. Excellent. Feel relaxed when I sleep well. Interesting. Yes. I feel proud when I help people reach their goals. Excellent. That's amazing. I hope the world have a lot of people like you, Mr. Mahmoud. Thank you so much. Feeling happy when I find your love. Yes, sure, inshallah. Feel exhausted when you finish your work late. Yes, Khulud, I do agree. Hey, but I feel productive when I sleep well. Yes, sure. Yani you recharge your energy when you get some good sleep. You recharge your energy, wake up fresh and ready for a new day, new tasks. Whatever happens, it's a new day. Okay, I don't find the name. It's yani you are logged in like iPhone. I feel happy when I meet a friend. Yes, interesting. I love meeting friends, socializing, reuniting with friends. Gives you a lot of good vibes. Riham, you feel shy when you have a date. Okay. Not happy. Yes, sure. I do agree. Yes, I feel you. يعني everybody speaking about work, speaking about late submission, speaking about work stress. I feel you. I feel you. Totally agree with you. I feel happy when I eat as much as I can. Okay, enjoy it. I feel happy when I win. Yes, sure. Inshallah, you're gonna be Rimasa winner all the time. Stressed when I do my work late. Okay. Yes, sure. This is very stressful. Sometimes we get anxious and overwhelmed because of late work. Yes, sure. Interesting. So it is so easy when to speak about how I feel when I know the reason. I can express myself. I can explain. I tell everybody how I feel to the whole world that I don't feel well today. Angry when someone tells me bad news. Okay, just calm down, breathe heavily, yani deeply, take a breath, inshallah. Everything is gonna be okay. I feel anxious and nervous when my due date approaches. Yes, sure. I've been there like 1,000 times. Okay, interesting. Interesting to see about how you all feel about all the yani how do you express all these feelings? Okay, so what about starting a journey to success? Is it an easy task? Is it so easy to be successful? Or it's a long way? How does it start? What is the beginning? Excited when you learn English? Yes, sure, excellent. Nothing a good coffee cannot fix. Okay, so now let's start talking about our journey to success. Okay, when we decide that this is step number one, you are at the first step of the ladder, and now you cannot stop. Okay, so there are different steps, different stages, and different feelings at the different levels of the journey to success. How do you feel at every stage? At the start, when things get difficult, we're waiting for results when you succeed and when you share success with others. What different feelings do you have at these different stages, at these different levels? Okay, yes, when you complete the task, you feel satisfied, interesting. Okay, so you can make sure of the feelings or the words for feelings at the bottom and tell me at each stage of the success journey, how do you feel? Does it feel at the start? When you start, how do you feel? Motivated, excellent, Amani, thank you so much. Okay, Mariam, interesting. Okay, yes, at the beginning you feel motivated, excellent. It's interesting when you start very motivated. كويس جدا لما نبدأ واحنا عندنا حماس للبداية. Stressed and excited. Okay, yes, sure. Yeah, stressed, but at the same time excited, excellent, interesting, motivated, sure, relax. Relax at the beginning, you sure? You sure, Abdurrahman? Curious, yes, of course. You are about to explore a whole load of things. So you need to be curious. Yes, sure. Learning is interesting. Actually, learning is an interesting journey, and we enjoy the journey. Okay, so when things get a little bit difficult, how do we feel when things get a little bit difficult? Because it's not always an easy task. Success is not just a easy step. Sometimes things get complicated. أحيانا الأمور تبقى أصعب شوية around the middle, especially word. Yeah, maybe صفاء. No, Mariam, it's interesting, believe me. Learning is interesting. You need to learn in the right way. Word, okay, yes, I do agree. Anxious when things start to get difficult. So, would anybody like to speak and tell me how do you feel at different stages and different levels of your success journey? If you are ready to share, just raise a hand. I'll ask you to unmute. Okay, so whoever is willing to share, you can raise a hand and you can just tell us how you feel at different levels. Anxious and confused around the middle, yeah, it might start to things start to accumulate. Yani we have a lot of tests. Okay, go ahead, Haybat. You can unmute. Go ahead, Haybat. We are waiting
Okay,
for
do
you.
you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How are
Okay,
you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good.
Okay. I have two feelings. At first, I'm so motivated and excited, but I know that this feeling will never last forever, and I should have this sense of consistency so I can complete my journey or reach certain level. So then I'll be proud of myself.
Okay, okay, sure, interesting. So, you're excited about learning new things.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Thank you so much, Haibet, for sharing. Okay, and who else? Let me fix this just for a second. Okay, so yes, Azza, go ahead. Go ahead, Azza, Azza Ibrahim. Okay, Azza, we're waiting for you. You can unmute and start sharing.
Hi, Miss Amany.
Hello, how are
All is
you?
good? I'm fine. All is good?
Yeah, everything's okay.
Okay. When I start my day, I feel like so energetic because it's the beginning of the day. I'm a day person. I
Mm-hmm,
prefer to do everything in the very beginning of the day.
mm-hmm.
So I feel like so active and initiative to do lots of things after this. After a while or some effort, I feel like time time is flying,
Yes,
so I feel down because I want to do lots of things with limited time, so I feel like down in at the end of the day, maybe not the end of the day, maybe at 5 or something, because I feel I have to finish all the stuff today, so I
mm-hmm.
feel like down,
I
and that's it
understand.
every day.
So what do you do when it start that things get start to get difficult, a little difficult? What do you do?
Actually, sometimes I feel like depressed. uh, But I'm trying to strike a balance between work and
Yes,
housework and
excellent.
everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So
this is a very good
that's how
strategy,
I think so.
actually. Yes.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, so That's an amazing. Thank you so much, Azza. That's amazing when you know what strategy to use when things start to get difficult. So, whenever we're doing something, it's a long journey. We of course know there will be a lot of steps and a lot of hard times that we might go through. But at the same time, we need to be ready with the good or the suitable strategy to use at each time. Okay. Okay, so when you're waiting for results, what do you do? Hello, Mr. Mustafa. Yeah, I'm going to teach you the elementary level course, inshallah, بإذن You feel sad when you're waiting for the results, Mr. Michael? Yeah, it's challenging when waiting, things get difficult. I do agree, yes. Okay. So when things start to get difficult, I feel confused. After that, I feel so proud. Yes, the feeling of the proudness of achievement. I do agree with you يا ابتسام. Yes, sure. When things start to get difficult, لما الأمور تبدأ تبقى صعبة, we challenge ourselves to keep going. Okay, anxious, worried. Aha, these are the feelings of waiting. Yes, Ma, of course. Mariam, Rihab, yes, I do agree. Waiting sometimes is the time for feeling worried, anxious, maybe you don't know what's gonna happen in the following step, and when you finally succeed, it is how does it feel? When you finally succeed, which of the feelings at the bottom do you have when you finally succeed? Proud, excellent, grateful. Yes, sure, Marwa. Thank you so much. Yes, sure, proud. Because all our hard work pays off. Grateful. Jumping up and down. Yeah, I understand. Happy and proud. Yes, interesting. Satisfied. Yes. Feeling satisfied because all your efforts were fruitful. Yes, sure. Confident. Excellent, Aisha. Yes, Mazen, I do agree. Confident. Interesting. So grateful, and it gives us a push forward for learning. Yes, sure. When you finally reach your success, it gives you a motive to start a new journey. تبدأ رحلة تاني وتتعلم حاجة جديدة. هيبقى grateful, happy, and proud, interesting. And when you share the success with everybody in the world, how do you feel? When you start speaking about your success, when you start sharing your feel, how do you feel? Proud and grateful, interesting. Okay. Grateful, interesting, relaxed. Yeah, finally. Proud and confident, interesting. Thank you so much. Yes, proud. I do agree. Yes. So it is interesting to know how to tell and express how we feel and what different feelings we might have throughout our different through different times, through hard times, through good times. Confident, excellent. Safa, thank you. So now let's go through a journey of success and let's see. Let me ask you first, do you keep a journal? Do you keep a journal, a personal journal? Do you write down everything you feel or think about on paper? No, nope. Yes, thank you, Amani. Okay, yes. Interesting. No, sometimes good. Thank you. Yes, sometimes. Okay, sure. It's good. Think to keep a journal too. So, how do you think a personal journal or keeping a personal journal? For those who don't know what is a journal, is to keep a note, a small note, whenever you feel like confused or you're overwhelmed, or when you are overloaded, maybe when you are very happy, extremely happy, you would like to grab your note, start writing down, expressing and telling yourself how you felt at that day. How was it? So it is good. I recommend that you do this, that you keep a note and start journaling from today. It's a good strategy. And a personal, I want you to tell me, a personal journal, how could it help you? How can keeping a personal journal help you? In what way? Plan for the future, stay motivated, improve writing, or in what way do you think keeping a personal journal would help you? Yes, excellent, Miss Karima. Plan for the future because you take your time to reflect. All of them, okay, excellent. Mariam, once you try it, you will never stop. Once you try writing about your own feelings, you will never stop. See progress, yes, sure, to monitor and to be able to observe your progress. Yes, to reflect on, think of what are your weak points and what are your strong points. Interesting. Improve writing, yes, sure. Actually, keeping a memo or a journal, a personal journal where you write down your diary or your reflections is one of the most helpful ways how you can improve your writing. طريق من أحسن الحاجات اللي بتخليك تعزز مهارة الكتابة when you start writing down, maybe day in, day out, on paper, what you feel and what you plan for the future, what are your goals and aims, how to get to them, organize ideas. Interesting, yes, I do agree. The best way to plan for future and follow progress, okay. Interesting. To improve writing, yes, sure. So keeping a journal is, you start doing this, keep a journal every day, or maybe not every day. It can do this whenever you have time. You just write down to to keep improving or keep practicing language. This is number one. And at the same time, so you keep track of your achievements, of your how you dealt with the hard times, the hardships, and how you got over it. And at the same time, when you go through the pages later on, you will see how your writing is improving. Start using, putting on paper the new words, the new vocabulary, the new grammar that you're learning. Yes, sure, Miss Salma. To plan for future and follow progress. Interesting. Organize ideas. Yes, sure. I like self-evaluation. Yes. This is when you see what you've done right, what you've done wrong. Noor, know the experience I passed through. Yes, analyze it and learn from it. get the best. تتعلم أكتر من التجربة اللي احنا بنمر بيها when we reflect. لما نفكر فيها later on ده بيساعدنا أكتر إن احنا نستفاد أكتر من التجربة. Besides, it helps to avoid brain rot in such a crazy fast world. Yes, Haiba, thank you so much. This is an interesting addition. Help to discover yourself, your abilities, your passions, what you are really need to go for, where you really need to go for, or what aims you can achieve, what steps you can take in order to achieve your aims. Excellent. Questions about it. For example, I am writing about something expressing upsetting me. Yes, okay, so this is a good thing to do. When you feel upset about something and you start journaling, you start writing about it, it helps you become better, to get rid of the negative thoughts and negative vibes. Planning for more work, okay, if this is what gets you through the day, more work, yes, go do it. Excellent. So now we are going to reflect on one journal by a lady or a young lady who is describing her journey to success. Okay. So she is going to tell us how she felt at different stages of the journey. And we need to read through her journal and tell me, what do you think about her writing? Is she writing good? Okay, does she have a good level of writing? Is she writing well? Okay, or what tip can you give her to improve her writing? Okay, yes, we're gonna do a game. Yes, yeah, Mariam. Okay, so let's read through the journal, her journal, and tell me what is her writing level. Is she a good writer or she needs to improve? And maybe you can give her one tip about one piece of advice. Okay, yani if you would like to change something in her writing, what would it be? So this is her journal. Please read through it and tell me, is it good or she needs some improvement? Mariam, would you like to read? Would you like to read, Mariam? Yes, Ghada, go ahead and unmute and you can start speaking. Okay, I'll ask you to unmute in a second. Give me a moment. Yes, Ghada, you're raising hand. Do you have a question? Ghada, do you have a question? Okay, I can't hear you yet. Okay, so let's hear from you, Mariam. Mariam, would you like to start reading the passage? Yeah, okay, so Mariam and Noha, you... Ghada, I have asked you to unmute, but let's start with... we will start with... I guess we said Mariam first. Yalla, Mariam, first paragraph. Okay, I don't receive any voice. طيب, I didn't receive your voice, ya Mariam. What about Noura or Noor? It doesn't work to unmute. Like, see if I can let you unmute. Give me a second. Just raise a hand, ya Mariam, so I can see your name. Okay, Ghada. Now, what about now, ya Ghada? Can you unmute now? Can you unmute now, Ghada? No?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, welcome. Yalla, would you like to read? Okay, no voice again. I'll try to do this, Mariam, in a second. Okay, yeah, I'm waiting
Yeah.
for you. Okay.
Okay, start now.
Yeah, first paragraph. Smoothly and yani quietly. You don't need to rush.
Mariam or me?
You first paragraph.
Okay, yes, okay. Today has been one of the most memorable days of my life. I received the scholarship I've been dreaming about, and I feel very happy and very excited. This achievement feels like the result of all the efforts and emotions I have experienced over the past months.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ghada. Okay, now Mariam, I am trying to unmute you. Try to do it on your side.
Okay.
Okay.
Preparing for the test was a real challenge. I remember being very nervous most of the time, and the test itself was very difficult. Many nights I felt very tired, but I refused to give up because I was very motivated to succeed.
Okay, excellent. And now what about you, Ms. Karima?
When the results finally arrived, I was very surprised by how well I had done. That gave me the courage to apply for the scholarship. The waiting period felt very hard, but yesterday, everything changed when I opened the email. I was very glad, and I could see how very proud my parents were.
Very interesting. Thank you all for all those who helped us with reading. Now, what tip, what advice, what piece of advice would you give her to improve or level up her writing?
What I see is her vocabulary is very basic. In addition to, she repeated the word very many times.
Excellent. Yes, sure. Here she uses some basic words. So she repeats basic words, especially adjectives. So, and instead of repeating those basic adjectives, what do we advise her to do? What she should do now in order to make her writing better? How can she improve it? To use vivid words. Excellent, Nurhan. Yes. Idioms in writing. We use idioms more in speaking, Nurhan, because maybe if you are writing a journal, you can use idioms, but if you are speaking in a formal context, make sure not to use, if we're writing a formal task, make sure not to use idioms in formal writing, okay? Okay, so now let's help her replace those very basic words with more advanced ones. So instead of repeating very, instead she needs to substitute to provide better words. Yes, excellent. Replace very happy with excited. Excellent. Thank you so much. So we have here a list of words, a list of the basic. Okay, excellent. A list of the basic adjectives she used, and now we need to replace them with better options. So what better option could be? Instead of using very tired, what better word she can use instead? Instead of,
Exhausted?
yeah, exhausted. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Okay, so in the chat box, keep going. Keep going in the chat box. Tell me. Exhausted, yes. So one should go with burnout is an interesting word. Thank you so much, ya Zainab. Exhausted, yes, interesting. Salma, thank you so much. Yes. So instead of writing very tired, she could have she could have used exhausted. Yes. What about very motivated? Again, she's repeating very. So instead, she should say very motivated. Instead, keep going. I didn't see the most suitable answer yet. Very motivated. What do I say instead of excellent, Salma? Thank you so much. Yes. Instead of very motivated, I can use yes, excellent, Hala. Thank you so much. Yes, Nada, the first one is exhausted. We are in number 2 now. Okay, great. So the first, very motivated. Instead, we can say determined. Instead of very motivated, we can say determined. What about number 3? What about number 3? Instead of very surprised, yes, thank you, Mazen, excellent. Yes, thank you, amazed, excellent, keep going. Interesting, 3 with A, excellent, Hala. Yes, a better word for very surprised is amazed. Excellent, keep going, wonderful, you're doing amazing. Okay, so instead of very proud, I can say very proud. What is a better word for very proud? Instead, we can say, what about number 4? Keep going. Yes, sure. Yes, that's correct. I can. Yeah, keep going, keep trying. So, yes, yes, Mr. Shahata. Yes, Kuku, thank you so much. Yes. So instead of very proud, we can say overjoyed. Okay, so what about number 5? Very excited, very basic word. Instead, I can say yes, excellent. Interesting. Thank you, Ghada. So we can simply say, yes, I'm watching the chat box. Keep going. Yes, yeah, Mariam, it was pretty good. Amazing, actually. Thrilled. 5 with C, yes. It's thrilled. Thank you so much. Okay, what about very happy? Do we always keep saying very happy, very happy, very happy all the time? We need to use words. If we need learn new words, we put it into use. So, and instead of very happy, we can say, yes, excellent. Yeah. We can say delighted. Yes, delighted. Delighted and pleased, yani, maybe a little bit similar. So, very hard. When something is very hard, it is. When something is very hard. Okay, let me give me a second. So I need to stop the annotation. Okay, a second. Yes. Okay. So number 7, when something is very hard, it is. Yes, Amani, thank you. When something is very hard, it is. Yes, Salma. Excellent. Keep going. Yes, it is. Yes. Thank you, Khulud. It is tough. When something is very hard, it is tough. Okay, what about very difficult? This time it is. Instead of repeating very, very, very with basic words, we can say very. Yes, Ms. Karima, thank you. Thanks, Haibat. Yes, excellent. Mr. Shahata, Ms. Asma, thank you. Yes, excellent. It is challenging. Okay, great. So what about very nervous? Yes, amazing. Instead of very nervous, we can just say, yes, anxious. And the last one, when I'm very glad, I can say, I am. Last one. Yes, Karima, thank you. Yes, exactly. So this is one good tip for improving writing. Avoid using very basic words over and over, okay? So if you are working on your English level at this time, and especially your writing skills, start replacing very basic words with more advanced ones. Okay, so when you read, you feel that it is very redundant. Yeah, redundant is when you repeat the same word throughout the text. So instead, replace the basic words with more advanced ones. Yes, thank you so much. Great. Now, okay, so are we ready for another thing, so like for interviews? Okay, so how does interviews feel? Anxious? Yes. So this is one of the situations when we need every language skill that we've learned, we need to remember them, we need to put them in use in a correct way. Yes, it is a challenging situation. You feel worried, yes. So how do we build our confidence in such a stressful situation? We are preparing for an interview and now we feel stressed. How do we build our confidence? You will do in the future. It doesn't have to be a job interview. It could be a scholarship interview. It doesn't have to be a job interview. You can be interviewed for a scholarship for college, for example. Maybe before joining some very important competition in your school. Preparing for a speech. Yes, yes, rehearse. Positive thoughts and breathtaking. Excellent practice. Breathtaking, interesting. Never had job interview in your life? How old are you, Mr. Michael? Speaking and record yourself. An interesting strategy يا غادة. Yes, I do agree. Rehearsing and recording yourself help you with building your fluency and with building your confidence. Speak and record yourself. Yes, sure. Know about the place. Yes. You learn about the place you're going. Shadowing. Yeah, you can make use of some videos about interview and you start shadowing. You should be confident and you now start doing some practices that will start helping you or will help you start building your confidence. So when you get there, you will be relaxed, not stressed, and you will be controlling the situation. Yes, Azza, believe in yourself and your abilities. Okay. Yes, so now, of course, we are not going to address interview from the body language perspective. We are not going to speak about body language or how to ask about salary or so on. I'm going to tell you what good or best expressions you can use to um, use in an interview to ace and to nail the interview or to get through it successfully. So you get the position or you get nominated for whatever thing you are applying for, whether it's a scholarship or a job. Yes, thank you, Rahab. Excellent. Okay, so now we are going to play a short game. You are going to choose between two options. I'm gonna give you two options. Actually, both are correct. There is no wrong and right answer. But I want you, yes, Maria, I want you to choose what is more professional expression. So both are correct, but only one of these is gonna be the most professional alternative to use in a job interview. So please scan through this QR code and join the pool. Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat box. I will have to stop sharing this screen and I need to put, okay, so the QR code is still on the screen and I'm gonna pass you the link in the chat box. So please join the pool. Yes, here is it. Here we go. So I'll stop sharing the screen. Let's go to the full screen and start playing. In a second. Once it loads, I'll put the poll on the screen and then we start voting and maybe speaking about the options. Why this one is good and why this one is not the best option. Okay. Okay, great. I see that you are all going through the questions. Okay, great. يعني it's even. 4, 4, 4, 5. Okay, so 6 people voted for the first one so far. Thank you very much for your time. I look forward to your response. Okay, so we'll start over again. Let's go through the questions once again from the beginning. Yes, starting from the beginning, I need to see how many people voted for each option. So, okay. Okay, so which of these do you think is the most suitable one? Okay, 11 versus 6. Okay, so actually, yes. Number one is you're still working on it. Okay, yes, 14 votes for the first option. Interesting. Okay, excellent. 15 for the first option. Great. Yes, so we're sure that the first way or the first response is the more professional one. Okay, so the second one is not wrong, but we are discussing which one is more professional or more accurate in terms of what? If we're speaking about register, you know what is register? Register is the level of formality. We are speaking about the level of proficiency and formality. So yes, number one is the better option for this question. What about question number two? So which one is right? And why? You tell me a reason. Why do you think this or that is the best option? So we have two options. Which do you think is the more professional or the more accurate one? Okay, so I've only 4 votes so far. I can see that some people are voting in the yes. Okay, so people are still confused which is better. When we speak about strength, which one is more suitable? Okay, yes. Yes, one strength that I can organize my time and meet deadlines. It's very concise language, to the point, because the first one is a little bit a generic statement. If you say I'm a hard worker, in what terms? What good do you do? What are the things that you master? What is your highest point of achievement? What is your strongest point? And so on. So you need to be more. Yes, sure. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's go to the next question. Which of these do you think is the best response in this case? Okay, sometimes I get nervous or I don't have a serious weakness. Which is better? If you are asked to speak about weaknesses, which do you think is the best response? Which is the more professional and the most accurate one? Okay, so I've only 5 votes so far for number 2 for the first option. Okay. Keep going, still waiting. So when the majority of you agree on one of the options, we will discuss it. So let's see, Ghada, let's wait and see whether this is the best or the most professional answer or not. طيب, 11 people voted for 12, excellent. The number is going up. Okay, so it's obvious that most of you agree on the first option. Sometimes I get nervous in front of groups, but I am practicing to improve. What does this statement reflect? What does this statement reflect? It reflects your self-awareness. And people who have a higher level of self-awareness do more growth or improve better than those who just ignore or neglect their weaknesses. It means that you acknowledge your areas of weakness or your weak areas. Yes. So it's obvious that this one, or the more concise one, focusing on one weak area and what is your strategy to deal with it, this is the best option. Excellent. Okay, so let's go to the following question. If you need to think, what do you think, what might be the best answer? Okay, Haibat. Yes, excellent. Because we agree that of course, we have some weaknesses and we can work on it. Hello, Miss Shayma, how are you? Okay, احنا بنعمل voting على what is ايه اكتر response يكون مناسب في job interview for different situations. You can follow the link in the chat box and join us. Okay. Yes, okay. So I see that most people so far have voted for that's a good questions. I see that some letters are missing here in the big screen. Do you say I wasn't expecting but I'm always ready? Or do you say that's a good question but I need some time to think of it? Thanks for reposting the link. Yes, Selma, thank you so much for helping. I love this cooperation, collaboration. Yes, I do agree, Yahala. Thank you. What else? But it still needs to be professional, Yahala. Not only just chatting. You need to master the language in order to convey the correct message about yourself. So you convey a message that you know what you say. You're not just, you let everything just slip out of your mouth. Yes, Ghada, go ahead. Okay, I see that you're still confused. طيب. يعني numbers going up and down here and there. You haven't decided yet. Okay, so thank you, Salma. Okay, so let me tell you, from my point of view, that's a good question. May I take a moment to think about it? This is the best option. Okay? Because if you say that I'm ready to answer, I'm always ready to answer, it shows a little bit of arrogance, maybe overconfidence, and overconfidence is not always the best thing to do. Okay? Confidence is something good, but if you're overconfident, sometimes you start doing mistakes. Okay, great. Yes, sure. Thank you, Dima. Hello, Dima. How are you? Okay. Okay, so let's go to the following question. Okay, which of these reflect genuine motivation? You know what is a genuine motivation? Like you are really motivated, you are not faking it. مش بتحاول تتظاهر ان انت motivated just to get the job. لا, انت you are really motivated. I'm good, thank you for asking. Okay, let's keep going. Which of these two sentences في جملة من الاتنين بتقول ان انا I'm really motivated from inside, I'm not faking it, I'm not making it up. Okay, so let's wait and see which of the two options you are going to agree on. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yani after we finish, I'm gonna tell you why this or that is the best option. What secrets are there inside the sentence that reflect good behavior or good attributes in your personality? Okay. So 14 people so far said that number one is the best option. Let's break the language down and see. I want this job because it will help me improve my skills and contribute to your team. So the benefit is for the two people involved in the job or in the agreement. You are going to benefit. I'm going to benefit at the same time. So I'm not here only to for my own will. I will add value to the organization or the company. But it's a good opportunity. You are only self-centered. You are only thinking in terms of yourself. But when you say that you are going to add, you are adding value to the place where you are employed or to the organizations that you're joining. Okay, so I think we have one more question to go. This one we've done earlier. Which is the best option to finish? Closing statement. And why? This one is very tricky. Actually, both work. I didn't say that there is a good or a right and wrong answer. We are saying that there is a better option. Why? Because the language tells or is well, first the language is better words, and then the language reflects good attributes, good way of thinking, good mindset of the speaker. So a lot of people saying one. Okay, interesting. The number two is going up a little. So is it? Thank you very much for your time. I look forward to your response, or thank you for meeting me today. I hope to hear from you soon. Which one is better? Okay. Okay, yes, yes, sure. I do agree with you. Number one is the most professional one. Looking forward to hearing from you or for your response, to hear from you or to your response is better than I hope to hear from you. Okay? So number one, this is the best option. So it's only about what words, how do you choose your words in order to deliver the a good image about yourself, about your performance, about your attitude, about your mindset. So you use your language in a way as a tool for you to serve you, to deliver your ideas. Okay, so you make sure to choose your words very carefully. Okay, thank you so much for taking your time to do the poll. And I think we've analyzed, you ask about any of these questions? I think we've analyzed the language. Yani we have paid a closer look on the language of each question so we understand why do we choose this or that. Now let's go back and I'm sharing, just give me a second. Okay. So now we are talking about the journey of learning English and how do we improve? How do we level up? How do we get from A1 to A2, from A2 to B1? How do we do this? Okay, how do we master fluency? How do we improve our language skills? Let me see that chat box. Thank you, Nada. Yes, thank you. Yeah, Jihan. Some expressions are more polite. I do agree with you. Okay, Hala, practice. Practice makes perfect. Yes, sure. Yes, okay, so let's break it down into smaller steps. Already fluent in English, but interesting. More practice. Okay. So first one, we need to we have decided to start improving and leveling up. So first one, we need to good content, a good content. So we need a content that is designed up to our level, that meets our needs and that helps us with improving. So we don't choose any random content from the internet. You just need one that is tailored and designed specially for you at your level, and it has all the areas, all the topics, because we need to start with some basic topics. Okay, احنا لازم بنبدأ بمجموعة معينة من التوبكس المهمة ليا في الليفل البيجنر او الاليمنتري. لازم ابدأ بمجموعة معينة من التوبكس I need to master. لازم اتأكد ان انا اقدر اتكلم في التوبكس دي، اقدر اكتب عن التوبكس دي. I master the language needed to express myself in these different areas. Okay، فلازم اكون الكونتنت ديزايند او مصمم بشكل كويس جدا، بيتيح لي ان انا اتعرف على what are the الأساسية، المهارات الأساسية والتوبكس الأساسية اللي أنا محتاج الأول أتكلم عنها. طيب، تاني حاجة أنا لازم أفهم إن اللغة عبارة عن two types of skills. We have input and output. The input skills اللي هما reading and listening. Okay, so when it comes to input skills, I can improve my input by varying my sources and at the same time following a strict improvement plan. Yes, Ghada, you're raising hand. Do you have a question? Consistency, yes, excellent. Thanks, Mr. Shahada. Follow the right plan. Yes, I do agree with you, Michael. Excellent. Okay. Okay. طيب غدا, can we just push that question further to the end of the session? يعني just give me 5 minutes and yeah, thank you so much. Okay. طيب, we need to pay attention to different types of skills that we're learning. احنا عندنا نوعين من السكيلز. عندنا الانبوت سكيلز، listening والreading. لازم اتعامل مع المصادر اللي انا هتعلم منها بشكل صحيح. زي ايه؟ زي الاوثنتيك ماتيريال. يعني ايه اوثنتيك ماتيريال؟ يعني لازم اتعامل مع مصادر للقرايه وللlistening تخدم من كونتكست حقيقي، من كونتكست لغه حقيقي، مش بس الكتب اللي هي بتبقى بس designed for learning. لان الكتب designed for learning بتبقى كويسه جدا و up to our level, but at the same time لازم اضيف معاها الكونتكست الحقيقي اللي هو الاوثنتيك، زي الماجازينز، زي النيوز بيبرز، زي النيوز، المواقع الإخبارية. أقدر أسمع وأقرأ من المواقع الإخبارية. عندنا مواقع كتير نقدر ناخد منها نتدرب فيها على reading. زي مثلا for example News and Levels. It's a good website that we can make use of. Okay, blogs, yes, do agree, Mariam. Blogs are interesting. There are a lot of websites that like the one I have mentioned. And for listening, there are hundreds of podcasts that you can listen to. And it depends on the variety of language that you need to improve. يعني إذا كنت أنت هتركز على American English أو British English. يعني for example, BBC Learning is an interesting podcast, or BBC 6 Minutes are interesting podcasts for those who need to improve British accent or British variety. VOA برضو is interesting for those who need to focus on American variety. So it depends on the accent you are trying to improve. Yes, it's news and levels. It's news and levels, okay? This is a reading website which provides الأخبار متاخدة من المواقع إخبارية، وتقدر تشوف التكست it's leveled. يعني هو بيتدرج في الصعوبة حسب مستوى اللغة. Okay. طيب, what about output? Output when it comes to speaking and writing. The output skills, speaking and writing, whatever starts with an input needs to end with an output. لازم يكون عندي context أقدر أتدرب فيه على مهارات السبيكينج، التحدث والكتابة. ولازم حد يتابع معايا ايه الأخطاء اللي عندي، ازاي أنا الكتابة بتاعتي ازاي أحسنها، ازاي how to level up. اوكي، فلازم يكون عندك مصدر موثوق ان انت تقدر يديك feedback on writing. Yes, that's it يا مس سلمى. Thank you so much. في مهارات السبيكينج find yourself a partner a speaking partner. يعني ايه؟ يعني for example you and your friends. طبعا دلوقتي في a lot of apps و a lot of platforms ممكن استعملها علشان to practice speaking. ده ممتاز جدا. but at the same time we can have a speaking partner. Speaking partner ده هتبقى the most effective step to do. حاجة تاني ان انا ببتدي اعمل حاجة something which is I call programming. يعني this is a strategy I do myself. Whenever new language, for example, I'm learning French. So I start practicing alone, rehearsing, recording myself. لازم اقدر طول اليوم اتكلم. ما ينفعش ان انا waste my opportunity ان انا اتكلم طول الوقت. ان انا اسجل لنفسي واسمع نفسي وانا بتكلم، اعرف امتى انا بقف، ايه الكلمات اللي انا مش قادر اجمعها عشان اعبر بيها عن افكاري. تمام. طيب بعد ما طالما انا ركزت على الانبوت والاوتبوت، انا برضو محتاج ان انا some vocabulary وجرامر اللي بيساعدني ان انا اعبر عن افكاري. الجرامر والفوكاب احنا مش بنتعلمهم بس عشان ناخد تيست MCQ. تمام. او انا عندي proficiency test. لا، مش بس الاختبار. طبعا هم مهمين جدا للاختبارات، ومهم جدا ان انا ارفع مستوى اللغة، ان انا بيكون عندي a wide range of vocab and grammar. But at the same time we need to put it into use in spoken English. Okay. لازم ابتدي امارس whatever I learn. يعني انا النهارده اتعلمت كلمات جديده. I keep a note. I keep my personal note. I write down these words and I start using them in sentences, in speaking and in writing. Speaking وانا بتكلم بعمل مع نفسي نقاش، وانا بتكلم مع application، وانا بتكلم مع my speaking partner. اوكي. واسجل لنفسي واشوف هل انا بنطق الكلمات صح، هل انا بستخدمها in context بشكل صحيح. الحاجه التانية ان انا ابتدي استخدمها وانا بعمل journaling. هكتب، لازم اكتب، لازم ممكن اكتب على النوتس على الموبايل، مش لازم يكون معايا طول الوقت قلم وورقه. اوكي. ف whatever I need to master I need to put into practice. لازم اي حاجه انا محتاج ان انا اتقنها لازم امارسها بشكل منتظم. self discipline. ناس كتير جدا بيبقى عندها motivation في البدايه، وبعد كده نسلم اول تاسك ونسلم تاني تاسك، وبعد كده نبتدي خلاص زهقنا مش هنسلم تاسكات. لا، هي دي اللحظة بقى اللي انا لازم اكمل فيها، لازم keep pushing forward. انا عندي فرصة ان انا بدأت وخدت قرار وابتديت انضميت لمجموعة وبدخل كورس، بيبقى عندي tasks. لو انا مش بعمل التاسك بتاعتي، انا I don't practice speaking, I don't write down. السلف discipline هو اللي بيمنتين my progress. انا عشان اقدر اضمن ان انا في خلال شهر ونص او في خلال شهرين اقدر ارفع مستوى اللغة عندي من A1 ل A2، او من A1 متوسط ل A1، من A2 متوسط ل A2 متقدم، لازم ان انا امارس، لازم اضغط على نفسي شوية، لازم التزم بالتاسكات اللي انا بشتغلها. تمام. لكن لو انا بس بسمع I'm only a recipient، ده مش هيساعدني قوي في ان انا how to improve my level. اخر حاجة is ايه تعالوا نتكلم عن الديزاين of the elementary level course. elementary level course بيخدم كل المهارات اللغة اللي احنا متكلمنا عليها. زي ايه؟ يعني مثلا for example listening. انت بيبقى عندك كل يوم عندك 2 live sessions، ففي خلال اللايف sessions بيكون عندنا listening tasks. طيب وبعدين later on في الفولو اب tasks، طبعا انت موجود في جروب واتساب. جروب الواتساب بينزل عليه الماتيريال والتاسكس بتاعتك اللي انت لازم تشتغلها. برضو بينزل لك تاسكس listening انت بتمارس فيها، بتعمل more practice after the session. listening من الحاجات المفيدة جدا. ليه؟ لان انا باخد السكريبت بتاعه وببتدي اعمل shadowing على السكريبت، وابتدي اخده ك fluency practice. بيعزز لي مهارة التحدث. طيب الريدنج عندنا different level topics. عندنا التوبكس الأساسية كلها في الليفل elementary. كل التوبكس الأساسية اللي انت محتاجها عشان تقول أنا انتقلت من ليفل من A1 ل A2، أو من A1 يعني من A2 ل A2 plus. كل التوبكس اللي انت محتاجها موجودة معانا في الماتيريال بتاعت الكورس. كمان في extra reading quizzes بتنزل في تاسكات الجروب الدiscussion او في الافتر لايف سيشن براكتس. تمام. السبيكينج مهارة التحدث انت بتمارسها بطريقتين. اولا انت متاح لك ان انت تتكلم وتشارك طول اللايف سيشن. الحاجة التانية، انت عندك trusted call. trusted call دي معناها ان انت بتجيلك اتصال من السبيكنج تيتشر 5 مرات في خلال الكورس، من ابتداء من الاسبوع التاني. بتبقى ليك one trusted call per week كل اسبوع، وبتكون بتدور حوالين نفس التوبيك اللي انت بتدرسها في خلال الاسبوع ده. فانت اوريدي عندك الانبوت، عندك الفوكابلري والجرامر واللانجوج والاكسبريشنز والايديومز اللي انت محتاجها عشان تتكلم عن التوبيك دي. برضو في نفس بقى في جروبس بتبقى فيري انتراكتيف، فبيبتدوا يستفادوا من جروب الدسكشن ويبتدوا يبعتوا الفويس نوتس بتاعتهم. في ناس طبعا بتبقى ساعات ريلكتنت شويه او بتبقى شاي شويه، بس اللي بيستفاد اكتر هو اللي بيستغل فرصه وجوده في البراكتس جروب، وانه يبعت فويس نوتس ويتفاعل وينتراكت مع زمايله، ويبقى يقدر يلاقي سبيكنج بارتنر يمارس اللغه معاه. بالنسبة للرايتنج، لازم كل سيشن بيبقى ليك رايتنج تاسك. الرايتنج تاسك بتتصحح، وبناخد حاجة اسمها collective feedback. الكولكتيف فيدباك يعني احنا بنحط انواع المستيكس على البورد او على السكرين، ونبتدي نتحللها ونشوف الخطأ ده ايه سببه وايه المشكلة في اللغة اللي ممكن تؤدي للخطأ ده. الحاجة التانية، بنبتدي ان احنا في نهاية الكورس ببعت لك individual feedback. اخر الكورس لازم بتعمل final writing task عشان تتأكد ان انت استفدت من الكوريكشن اللي انت اللي اخدته طول الكورس. المحتوى بيغطي كل الجرامر والفوكابلري ارياز الضرورية ليك في الليفل ده، في المستوى ده. كل التوبكس وكل المحتوى، كل الثيم بتاع اليونت كله من خلال نفس التوبيك. فبالتالي انت بتعمل ريسايكلينج للانفورميشن. انت نفس الفوكابلري هتتعامل معاه في الليسننج والسبيكنج والريدنج والرايتنج. طب يخلي عندك محتوى لغوي انت قادر تستخدمه عشان تعبر عن نفسك. ده بالنسبه للديتيلز بتاعت الكورس. طبعا في ستودنت سبورت سيرفيس بتكون معانا تيتشر في الجروب. اي تساؤل او اي حاجه انت بتواجهها بصعوبه بشكل خاص، هي بتتواصل معاك على الخاص وبتساعدك تحل المشكله، سواء المشكله دي في الالمس، في learning management system بتاعنا، البلاتفورم اللي احنا بنتعلم من خلاله، او مشكلة شخصية ليها علاقة بالمحتوى او جزء من المحتوى انت مش قادر تتعامل معاه. برضو السيشنز، احنا عندنا كل اسبوع في 2 sessions 2 hours and a half، ساعتين ونص السيشن. في خلال السيشنز دي بتكون recorded، ف in case you didn't manage to attend one of the sessions, you can catch up with it later on through the platform. تقدر ترجع للبلاتفورم وتقدر تشوف السيشن اللي فاتتك. اخر حاجه لازم بنعمل final project، عشان ده اللي بيبقى ال evidence of learning، ان احنا فعلا اتعلمنا من كل التاسكات اللي اتعاملنا معاها واللي اشتغلناها طول الكورس. في حد عنده اي سؤال في النقطه دي؟ طبعا تقدر تتواصل مع المنسقه على الارقام اللي عندنا في صفحه الفيسبوك، علشان لو عندك اي تساؤل في اي نقطه من النقط دي. go ahead, don't hesitate. Thank you, Mr. Michael. Most welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so if you have، طبعا ده الاوتلاين، ده الكورس اوتلاين، برضه هحطه لكم على السكرين in case you need to take a screenshot. مدة الكورس 6 أسابيع. كل أسبوع فيه 2 live sessions. السيشن ساعتين ونص. عندنا قبل ال 6 weeks عندنا welcome week. في خلال الأسبوع ده بتبتدي تتعرف على البلاتفورم، وبتبتدي تاخد تاسكات التمهيدية اللي هي هتهيئك انك تدخل الكورس. برضو هيكون تتأكد ان انت عارف تتعامل مع الاكاونت بتاعك. You can access material on the platform and everything. And if you have carried on to this part, now it's time. Thank you, thank you, Elan. Thank you so much for attending. Thanks, Mr. Saeed, thank you so much. Okay, so if you've made it up to here, now it's time you receive your certificates. I have big surprises for you. You will get a certificate of attendance for this session. You can take a free placement test. Okay, and if you contact the coordinator today, you will get, or now, you will get a discount on the course, on the elementary level course. Thank you so much for being here today. It was so exciting, so engaging. Thank you so much, Mr. Amr. Thanks, Haibat. Thanks, Salma. Thank you, Hala. Thank you so much, all. I hope you all benefited from being here throughout the whole session. Okay, so yeah. الأرقام المنسقة موجودة في الشات بوكس يا ثانية. Let's go back to the name. يا ضحى, you can go to the chat box, find the name of the link of the coordinator, تواصلي معاها. بتبعت لك لينك البليسمنت تيست وبتبعت لك الفري سيرتيفيكت وفي نفس الوقت أي ديتيلز أنت محتاجة تسألي عنها عن الكورس. في أي حد عنده سؤال؟ Thank you so much. I'll stop recording here. And we can stay together for whatever questions you need to ask about. غادة انت كنت محتاجة تسألي سؤال.